It's not a given that you'd be able to always use your talents for your whole life to the optimal zenith of where they potentially can get to. And I just think it's important to seize the day.
Welcome to another edition of In the Spotlight, proudly brought to you by Namibia Outdoor. In studio with me today, I have Kyron Raad, a Namibian trail runner who is preparing for his most daring experience yet. Welcome, Kyron.
Thank you for having me.
I first want to get straight into the first question. In your own words, what is trail running?
Trail running is running in the outdoors, in the environment, definitely not on an asphalt road with traffic, experiencing nature and what wilderness has for you on that day. The weather's always different, wildlife is always different, and it's just an opportunity to become one with nature.
What running experience have you learned from the most and why?
No, I think you got to respect the elements, the terrain, the distance, the elevation gain, the altitude. My baptism of fire, so to speak, was my first ultra trail, Drakensberg. I thought that I could do really well. It was a hard race, and my second time around, and just with another year's more experience, I've just been able to execute that race really well. That's the nature of the sport. It's incredibly humbling. You're forever learning.
What is your favorite Namibian trail to run?
There are many great trails out there. The Haga Loop is a wonderful trail, river crossing out to Finkenstein under the tunnel, under the airport road. There's a little tunnel. And then just in front of here Lodge all the way back to Avis. That's also spectacular.
So Kyron, this August you will be taking part in the Ultra Trail de Mont Blanc, which is set to take place, I believe, from the 26th of August to the 1st of September. How have you been preparing for Mont Blanc?
So this year I've really been focusing on elevation gain, which is a bit of a challenge in Windhoek. We don't have massive mountains. Molkeblik is a decent climb. It's not in the same category as the Wittenberg Mountains in South Africa or Drakensberg or what South Africa has. So it really is a lot of repetition to get the elevation gain. And I've realized that I've got to cut down on the distance a little bit, and I've got to do more power hiking, try and go more vertical as possible. A lot of the time in these ultras, especially Ultra Trail de Mont Blanc, there's a lot of power hiking, which is where it's just basically terrain which is so steep where it becomes unrunnable. And that's just where you see the difference of the South Africans and the Europeans. They've been hiking from a very young age with a lot of weight on their backs, and they're just able to climb at a very, very quick pace.
What makes this race so special?
Everyone in the world is trying to qualify for Ultra Trail de Mont Blanc, either one of the 4 races, and it's obviously broken up into distance. Once you qualify, you go into a draw to see if you would be able to participate. So with my race was oversubscribed with qualifiers by 518%. So I had an 18% probability of my name to be drawn, which it was on the 10th of January. If your name is drawn, you've got to go and race it. So,
do you think that running in Namibia has a bright future ahead of it?
But I think what Namibia has got going for it with regards to presenting the future with good trail runners, or ultra trail runners for that matter, is that we're exercising and training at elevation, at a high altitude. It's a tough environment to train. The air is dry, it's dusty, it's hot. It doesn't help your recovery much, but you have got a very natural, hardened athlete.
We all have people who inspire us. Who inspires you?
Who inspires me? I think Roger Federer.
Yeah?
I think I used to play a lot of tennis. I think the self-discipline actually came from tennis. So from the age of 9, I was forced to do 4 hours a day of training.
Which is your favorite Gondwana collection Namibia property?
Canyon Lodge. My son loves climbing those boulders. It's a great place, where you can really just feel that you are a little bit isolated.
Kyron, there's a lot of young individuals throughout Namibia and the world who are passionate about various things. What is your message for them to continuously work hard on what they're passionate about?
Even though I'm still very new on this journey, I think that it's really taught me to persevere. I just think that ability or that mental know-how that you are able to give another 30% when you think you are finished and when you're about to quit or you can't go any further or hear no more, you're still able to push another 30%.
Thank you for joining us in studio today. Make sure to head over to Namibia Outdoor for all your outdoor experiences. Proudly brought to you by Gondwana Collection Namibia and Mont.